Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I feel very delighted to see all of you here this afternoon. And I want to begin by thanking everybody for taking time to come and share this moment with us as a family. Many friends from all over the world have called. Some have written messages of condolences from all over, and we thank all of them. I have amongst us here a friend who, when he heard about this, and he called me yesterday and told me that he was going to try to be here today. And truly enough, he's here. I have here Ambassador Charles Stith, who's flown all the way from Boston, Massachusetts, to be here with us. Thank you, darling. Thank you. One writer, one Mae West, said that you only live once, but if you live it right, once is enough. So we have had Fidel has lived with us once, but has lived also wisely, and therefore it is enough. What we need to do is to celebrate his life. Many people have spoken very lofty words and paid tribute to Fidel. And therefore, it cannot be that every one of them is lying. At least some of them are saying the truth. You heard so many names mentioned here. The only one they did not mention is called Hatari. But you see, when Fidel was born and young, he was staying in Nairobi West, in a flat in Nairobi West. Remember that flat up to now. And we had a big drum. And Fidel, as a baby, used to run around that drum. And at that time, Kenya had just come from Olympic Games in Munich, and Kipchoge Keino had done so well in those Olympics. So Fidel would run around the drum and we'd call him Kipchoge. Kipchoge. Kipchoge, we used to cheer him that way. Later on, Rosemary would run around the same drum. This time it was Rono, who was now the king of athletics at that time. But Fidel, of course, was a very cheerful child, as they have said. People have been asking, why did you name your child Fidel Castro? That's a question that has been asked several times. And then now you have Fidel Castro, then you add Odinga, then you add Macarius. 3 very heavy names. And I've been explaining that, and when Fidel was born at that time, that was the height of the Cold War. And the United States was engaged in a very bitter war in Vietnam. The Vietnam War was raging, and many people around the world actually felt that America was actually the aggressor in Vietnam. And in those days, you're looking for somebody who stood up to America. And that time, it was Fidel Castro. So it is not, this Fidel did not give himself the name. He found himself carrying the name Fidel Castro. You know, Fidel Castro, of course, has got very many powerful enemies. So there are some enemies he inherited merely because he was carrying the name Fidel Castro. likewise, the name Odinga also can be a blessing and also a curse. So there's many friends he made because he was an Odinga, and many enemies he made because he was an Odinga. Like I know that my brother, the president, has very many enemies because he carries the name Kenyatta, and many friends also because of the same reason. And then Macarius. Now, but Fidel actually carried this with grace, and he was a very young and humble person who was very unassuming. I just like McAntony, have not come to praise Fidel. But I just wanted to say that Fidel was not only married to Luam. Fidel had a first wife, as you saw in the eulogy. She was called Shiru. I don't know that Shiru is present. Shiru is there she is. Shiru is there. Who comes from Kiambu. And I have Adonis also from Kiambu. I don't know, some of them are in the crowd here. So Fidel knew how to walk above the bridges and bring people together. Fidel did not actually know anything about a tribe. So when they had a disagreement with Shiro, but they did a very civilized thing. They said that they wanted to part, and it was a very civilized parting. Then I told him, once burnt, twice shy. So you must now look carefully. Well, he came back to tell me that, Dad, this time I'm going outside the country. I'm going outside our borders. And then she came with the Luam and said, this is the lady now that I want to marry. When she brought Luam, the condition was that he must convert to the Greek Orthodox Church. So Fidel said that if conversion to the Orthodox is all that I need to pay, it's a very small price to pay to get a wife. So he agreed, and we went to the Greek Orthodox Church on Ngong Road. And Bishop Macarius, who is going to talk to you shortly, actually baptized him. The name Macarius. So that is how he became Fidel Castro Odhiambo Macarius Odinga at that time. And then we did this wedding, and they have lived very closely together with Luam. We have my in-laws here. The father is also here. Mr. Bekele is a very celebrated architect. Derito Bekele is down here, my brother-in-law. He is one of the most celebrated architects in this region. And one of those who actually participated in the design of the Kenyatta International Conference Center. Right now he's practicing in Kampala. So we are very happy to have this relationship with our in-laws there. And I do not want today to make a long speech, just to welcome you here, because I know that you've sat here for a very long time. We are going to be going to Bondo, and I hope to welcome most of you down there in Bondo once again. Our people say that you don't get drunk in your party. So I'm not going to get drunk today in my party. I would like to now invite my brother, the President, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta to come and pay his tribute here.